understood how to handle the human properly. Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the noble Jew Ali spoke constantly, consciously, and cautiously about this ungodly prophecy. And you still worried about your prophecy. Amazon deliveries, handouts, hands up, don't shoot, but now your knees are on my neck, stopping me from occupying oxygen that God obviously brought for me, for I am his offspring, his true seed. Motherfucker, get off of me, please. I can't breathe. Please, somebody call the police on the police, cause I can't breathe again. And everything hurts. Your words, your knees, your nerve, your white wife who had the nerve to say she was frightened by black life while my face is on the fucking curb. I ain't scared of no fucking virus. This mask is for a riot. I can't breathe, and the media telling me to keep quiet, suffocating me into silence. The devil's greatest trick, convincing the world that we were the ones who were violent. Nah, they the ones deficient, insufficient comprehension of their barbaric existence. Y'all worried about this pandemic when our grandparents still trying to recover from when you gave them syphilis. Because in our blood, we scared of the white cells attacking our immunity. The system, defective, infected. So who has the disease, you or me? Because I'm at a dis-ease, disadvantage, dismantle, disability of your white knees killing me. Been on our neck for centuries. Knees are trees. Either way, you still lynching me. And what did we ever do to you except for build and make America great initially? Fuck again, cause I can't breathe. Potentially you missing me, clearly not listening. Intentionally, we are a people of peace, but like Pac said, I ain't no killer, but your policies are pushing me further from the legislation, jumping off the education, while your skinheads, the damnation in your clandestine rhetoric will forever be evident. Fuck the elite in the top 3%, I'm heaven sent. I was born Asiatic, and you made me asthmatic, so fuck your vaccines and masks. You gon' worry about these hands tomorrow, cause you can't sanitize the past. You may have took my last breath, but you'll never colonize my spirit. Standing there watching while I die. I can't breathe, and you still can't hear me.
All right, guys, I know we've heard a lot of this in the news. That's what's occupying everything. It's definitely a serious thing. It's tragedy that tragedy has to happen for people to realize that there's been tragedies. You know what I mean? You know, it's really not any debates about any of these things, anything going on. I feel the same way. If it was a black man doing it to a white person, it doesn't matter to me, because at the end of the day, what's wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter. You know, I get upset about the rioting part, you know, stealing, because you're affecting other people's lives, and that takes away from the real issue. Now we're not talking about the problems. We're talking about people breaking into Target and all these kind of things. That's diverting the real problem, you know. So, but, you know, I'm not going to jump into that too much. I just had to say something now. This Realism Sports Talk, episode 16. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for checking it out. Love to everyone of all kinds, shapes, and colors. None but love. Because we need everybody to succeed. Everybody needs everybody. Whether they believe it or not, we do. Hey, basketball's coming back. Basketball's coming back. July 31st. It's going. 22 teams. How we feel about that? So it's going to be 16 teams that will be in the playoffs right now, and then the extras. And they're gonna do an 8-game schedule, and then the play-ins to get in. I kind of like it. I am worried about some of the gimmicky things they're talking about, trying to figure out what can home court, you know, there's no home court advantage, so what kind of advantages can, like, the number one seeds and stuff like that get? Don't start giving them extra timeouts and all that kind of stuff, because Keith will be absolutely right about this will be a gimmick thing if you start doing all that. If you want to give them a better hotel at Disneyland, fine. That's like saying you got a 5-star, you get a 4.5-star. Who cares? That's fine by me. Whatever. They're all rich celebrities anyway. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Just play ball. Play ball. If you winning a championship does not motivate you and you need home court advantage, then you need to be doing something else. You need to be doing something else. Me and Keith, I think we both agree on Lakers, Celtics. I've heard some Clippers and Bucks. I've heard some different things, but it's usually those four teams I think that I'm hearing. Somebody said Philadelphia. Somebody even said Toronto. I was like, wow, whatever. But so we'll see how that goes. For the football, we'll get back to the basketball, but the football thing is starting to take off because, of course, Drew Brees popped up. And I feel bad for Drew Brees in the sense of I thought he was a very intelligent person. He's done a lot for communities. He's donated money. He's a quality man, in my opinion. Quality man. I think that sometimes when people have never lived a certain way or been introduced to certain things in life, they don't really know how to comment about certain things. Like I was telling somebody today, he said having a black son, I worry even more than people even realize just because. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. And I feel like I don't think he was malicious in saying the things that he said. In his mind, he thought he was saying something to represent his grandfathers and things of that nature. But, hey man, if you're going to go on TV with some serious stuff going on like this, you better have your ducks in a row and your words right. You got to analyze everything you're going on. And I commend Michael Thomas, especially Michael Thomas, and Malcolm Jenkins and some other players that's on his team, called him out straight up. And they're a brotherhood. When you're on a professional football team, especially having the camaraderie they have, they lit him up and told him straight up what was going on. That was the severity of the issue. And I think Drew Brees understands the severity of it. And just educate yourself. Educate yourself. Don't let CNN, don't let Fox News tell you what's going on in life. Don't let Facebook tell you what's going on in life. Study it. Read about it. Figure out what's going on. Stop being blind to everything going on and just talking out your mouth. Just talking. Well, I saw it on this, so it's right. You did it. Think about what you're saying. I think his apology was heartfelt. I think that he really does mean what he said in his apology. I hope they get past it. I hope he learns from this and goes on. It's crazy seeing stuff like this with race and people always come back about something. We see all these things about, people dogging the Black Lives Matter thing. Now we got Blue Lives Matter, and now we got Everybody Matter and all this stuff. Like I always say, in order for all lives to matter, Black lives would have to matter. Right? So if Black lives matter, all of them matter. I think and this is my opinion, I think the initial Black Lives Matter, when it first started, I think they should have worded that a little different. I think they could have came up with something like Black Lives Do Matter. That way you're not saying it like mine are better than yours or something like that, because that's how people misconstrued all the things. People look for a way to make yours irrelevant. Oh, you said Black Lives Matter. That means you don't think white lives matter. No, that's not what we're saying. But that's how they use that. So I think little words like Black Lives Do Matter would have made things a little bit better. But that's besides the point. Whatever. So Drew Brees, whatever. I think they're gonna be healing together. I think somebody like Drew Brees is gonna learn from this and make things better. I honestly do. He was trying to represent his grandparents, but he got to remember, the grandfathers or whatever, he's got to remember, I'm sure there were some black soldiers with his grandfathers doing the same thing he was doing. You know what I mean? So people got to remember that. It's one thing to show passion for your own and your family. Believe me, I'm passionate about my family. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is, I'm sure. Especially when you got kids, you're passionate. You could do anything for them. But sometimes you gotta think about things before you react. And it's not easy. Me personally also, it's not easy. But especially with something as tense as this is, and it sucks that somebody has to die like this for it to be noticed. But this has been happening for how long? How long? It's all horrible, and it makes me nervous because I always think there's something else behind the scenes. I'm always thinking there's something else going on. Ain't nobody talking about COVID-19 no more. We got people all together. Ain't no more social distancing. My restaurants get open back up tomorrow. Restaurants are getting open back up. Jalapeno and Harrisonburg, come check us out. Anyway, so what was all this about? You know what I mean? What was the why you got to cover your face to go in the food line or whatever else, but you ain't got to cover your face to do other. I mean, it's a whole lot of questions that nobody's asking enough of. But back to sports. Colin Kaepernick has been brought up a lot. You know, people have their ideas about him. He got destroyed when he did what he did, and he tried to tell everybody it wasn't about the military. It wasn't about the flag. It wasn't about that. He has respect for them. It was about, if you listen to what the national anthem says, it's obviously not true when you allow certain things like this to happen. That's what he's trying to say. But like I said about the whole Black Lives Matter thing, people will take what you did and try to ridicule it in their own manner to downgrade what you say and downplay what you say. Now you have no legs to stand on. You know, whether you're trying to do a peaceful thing or not, it doesn't matter. They don't like that. And it doesn't help when your president telling everybody, he better stand up and da-da-da-da. So, I mean, and I'm not going to get into no political stuff. I'm not going to get into who this, who that, what political. I think the whole thing is a situation. Put it that way. And whatever. But what bothers me about this a lot is the fact that people are like, oh, Colin Kaepernick, we owe him an apology. We're going to do this. We're going to do that now. We're going to do that now. And then it's like 5 years later, somebody should give him a job. 5 years later? 5 years later now? Now you want to give him a job? 5 years later. Is he going to be the same player? Is he going to be the same player? That's not the way you correct a problem. That's not the way you correct a problem. That's not saying, oh, you got arrested for murder and you spent 10 years in jail. Oh, we found out you really didn't do it. Here's your life back. There you go, buddy. Yay, we made it right. No. You can't make things right by that. Not correcting a mistake that you already did. You have to learn from these things. You can't just correct it and say it's over. No, fix that. There's something else that has to be done with Colin Kaepernick. I'm not saying anything in particular, but I'm sure they can use this as a way to inspire others or to show that they want to change. Don't just say, oh, there you go, now you're a backup quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. Who gives a crap? So freaking what? So what? What does that mean? Whoop-de-wow. Now every time he has a game, oh, we let Colin Kaepernick back in the game. Us good old boy owners. And here we go, owners that are all white. We're going to, hey, we let him back in there, so we're doing our part. No, that's not your part. That's not your part. That's not your part. Sorry, it just drives me crazy. The fact that people think they could just throw some water on it and that flower's gonna grow. Here, just sprinkle some on there and it's gonna grow. It's not. It's not. Drives me nuts. Anyway, all right, back to the NBA. Give me some ideas about what y'all think. What y'all think's gonna happen with this tournament July 31st? I know everybody's gonna check it out. Everybody's gonna be on it, man. Because look at my little hair. Everybody's gonna be on it because we ain't been watching that. And plus, it's gonna be exciting. Can LeBron do it? Can Giannis get over the hump? Can Kawhi and PG come together? Can Boston come through? Can Joel Embiid get it? I mean, it's so many storylines. It's gonna be pumped. But I think there's only like 6 teams that can win. Really. But it's still going to be fun watching it. Who can handle the pressure of not having the crowd? And not having, are they going to have other NBA players to be the crowd like I suggested on numerous episodes back when I already told them to do this already? If they'd have listened to me weeks ago when I did my episode, then we'd be good. But I'm interested to see what's going to happen and how they're going to do it and everything. So I think Keith, you know now that football's coming. What is it, Texas or whatever already said they got 50% capacity for fans already coming in all their games. The Pac-12 already said they're having their football season. So if college is going to have football, the NFL's going to have football. They're already doing all their stuff anyway. There's going to be sports. People are just not caring anymore. People are not caring. You want to know why they're not caring? It's not about the safety of people. It's not about the safety of people that they don't care about. They don't care because they can't get no money. Everything's about that money. They're not getting no money, so they don't give a crap if you go out there and die. Because they gonna get their money. That's all they care about. That's what all the big bank business is, man. Come on. Come on. Whoever thought that it wasn't gonna be was dumb. We always, whenever there's so much money involved in it, come on. Too many hands out here not getting their piece. Too many hands not getting their piece. So they're gonna definitely play. Yeah, but I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. And you know what else I'm interested about is the schedule for next year. Because I think I don't know, me personally, like I said about the basketball, I don't even be watching it to the Christmas games. Watching Kobe play on Christmas, whoever play on Christmas. That's when, if they started then, I think that'd be awesome. It's the end of the football, whatever. It won't jeopardize too much going on. But one key thing that was brought up that I saw was the Olympics. When the Olympics come around, the NBA playoffs are still going to be going on. So how would the NBA players play? I think it's pretty much safe to say that the United States is still by far head and shoulders number one. Now, I know we have some scares with Spain, and I know some scares whatever, but do we really want to watch all the best players play again? I mean, do you like watching that? I like watching the All-Star game, but would I want to watch that over and over again? Beating up people? I mean, I don't know. I think I would get more joy of seeing lesser-known people or college players play and win more than LeBron James out there. We already know. We already know. You're supposed to win, Kevin Durant. I mean, come on. But, so my question is, if this were to happen, who would represent the United States in there? Of course, you got college players. You got, college players, whatever. Who would go? People that don't make the rosters for the playoff teams, like, people that dress out. Here's my thing. I think the teams that don't make the playoffs, you pick your roster from there. And if you want to mix in college players, you can do that too. I think that'd be kind of cool because it'd be like, think about the NBA, the stars that don't get to play in the playoffs. I mean, I know John Wall and like Devin Booker and stuff are going to get in with this weird 22-team thing, but they wouldn't normally. You would see people like Devin Booker out there. You see people like John Wall out there. You can see people like, if Damian Lillard wouldn't have made playoffs, you see Dame out there. You see, there's tons of players out there that would be out there. You see John Morant out there. You know what I mean? I think that would be exciting to see them go against the time. I mean, LeBron, Kevin Durant, all them. They're going to win. I would like to see the non-playoff teams. They get a selection from them. I think that would be awesome. Because plus it would bring intrigue to it. So it's like, let's say teams are battling for the 8th seed or the 9th seed or whatever, trying to get into the playoffs. Now somebody's like, I ain't make the playoffs, but now I'm going to represent my country. I think that's dope. I think that's awesome. Because what happens is, you see the stars, they play. The good ones, like LeBron, will play all the way to the finals. Remember, he was going to the finals every year. Play all the way to the finals, then you got to go play in the Olympics. What kind of rest he get? What kind of rest certain people's getting? Now you still got stars that didn't make the playoffs. I still like to see John Morant play. And now I can still see John Morant play. Or people like that, in the NBA that their teams don't make the playoffs. I think that would be the best idea to go with the new scheduling for the NBA. If they go that route, I mean, who knows? But I think that'd be awesome way to do that. Because I think Zion's going to be in the playoffs, I think so. Yeah. Speaking of Zion, William Gary is investigating Zion. If people don't know who William Gary is, he's like this black lawyer who is raw. He's like the new Johnny Cochran, And he's going after them about the eligibility and benefits before he was at Duke and while he was at Duke. Like, I hear snippets of it here and there, but they don't keep on putting it out there a lot because Duke tried to stop him from being able to question Zion. So that tells me that means something's going on over there, Is it a big deal? Is it a big deal or is it not? Could it have long-term effects on Duke and on Coach K? Because if y'all remember, the last Olympic team, that was Coach K's last team coaching. Remember, he retired from Olympic team. Did he know something was going to pop up? Nah, I don't know. But I'm just saying. Could it be long-term effects? I mean, could Coach K be a Rick Pitino? I'm just saying, man, that would be crazy if something like that came about and then all these other names start coming. That would be insane for somebody like Duke. But, because Duke's supposed to be one of those schools like, well, Kentucky, you know they're cheating to get all of the number one players, but Duke doesn't do it that way. Duke's sophisticated and da-da-da. That would be crazy. And Coach K gets all the admiration, you know, so I think that'd be crazy. Yo, I don't even know if y'all saw this, yo. The soccer overseas soccer leagues, they couldn't have no fans in there, right? So they dressing up sex dolls at the stands. Yo, did y'all see this, yo? They got people cheering like this. Yo, and then I watched the Korean baseball last night. And behind, I think this is dope, though. Behind the dugout, where the camera is, you know, it was on TV. So behind there, when you got the pitcher and the catcher, about that area, it's all filled with, like, stuffed animal bears. Different ones. That junk's dope. And then they got the cheerleaders with the mask on dancing during the intermissions and stuff. Korean baseball, yo, they be having fun. It ain't just the players, it's everybody out there. They have a great time. I don't know how much they get paid, but I keep saying this, the Korean Baseball League, they'll probably gain more people watching them, even going forward. Because I ain't never even heard of the jank, but I mean, I kind of probably knew it existed, but yeah, man, it's crazy. Because speaking of the baseball, I mean, now the league done rejected the players thing, the players rejecting the league. I'm going to tell you this right now. I understand both sides about the money and about the safety and all that. I understand that. But I'm going to tell you right now, y'all are professionals and y'all are everything. The whole organization, everything. Baseball does not need this. Of all the sports, baseball better not mess up. I mean, you're already behind the 8 ball, basketball, football. You got basketball. Trying to change their schedule so they don't run into the NFL. We'd rather just go right through the baseball. Because of why? Because nobody cares as much. And baseball, you sitting here arguing over it. I mean, I know it's a lot of money. You know, to me, it's a whole lot of money. But I feel like they got to come up with some kind of resolution, because if baseball does something, they'll have a season or some crazy stuff happens. Look what happened before when they had a strike. It took souped up Mark McGwire and souped up Sammy Sosa, which there's going to be the next 30 for 30 after the Bruce Lee one. It's going to be them. They cultivated everything. You know, I remember watching Sports Center and they were like, oh, Mark McGwire's up to bat. Oh, Sammy Sosa's up to bat. They cut through the jump and put it on their live. That's what saved baseball and brought people back. Was illegal stuff, steroids that they allowed to, making Nike videos and chicks love the long ball and stuff. What you gonna do now? If y'all don't play this time, what you gonna do now to resurrect baseball? I don't know. Football's out here doing things. They adding another playoff team. That's gonna be exciting. And basketball's out here trying to change their schedule, doing a 16-1 format, doing different things like that. They're upgrading theirs. I know hockey's doing different things. Baseball, man, slipping be. They don't do that, man. You had a chance. Baseball had a chance. Baseball is probably the easiest sport to get back on the field. Obviously, Korean baseball. To get back out there while nothing else was going on. They could have lit up the TVs. They could have been playing. Everybody and their mama would have been watching it because there ain't nothing else to watch. They could have probably gained new fans just by doing that. Having a big picture in mind. Instead, they small-minded. They think about one little thing, this little thing. They could have been on the map while everybody else was behind. They could have used that. So, I don't know. But there's a lot to digest in this video. Thank y'all for listening to the first, the lyrics at the beginning of it, man. That's some true stuff, man. It hit me hard when I heard it. I was like, woo. But thank y'all, man. Check it out. Share. Please spread the word about this show to other people that maybe they can come check out and be a subscriber. Trying to reach out to as many people as possible so we can get bigger things going. Keep commenting. That's how the debates keep happening. Hey, peace and love to everyone. Be safe out there. Yeah, all lives matter, baby. All lives matter. All lives matter back then, now and forever. Spread the word and the joy, yo. Stop the hate. Love y'all. Thank you, man.